Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Wednesday, September 23rd, 2015. Well, folks, take a look at the SPY right now, the S&P 500 tracking ETF, getting a little bit of a pop back to the positive side. Today is the Yom Kippur holiday, so volume is definitely on the lighter side. Notice that we've traded basically 56 million, and it's almost 2 p.m. Eastern time. Now, the key is here to understand, folks, and I want to make this crystal clear. So, a lot of people are very nervous about this market. I am not as nervous right now. Doesn't mean I won't be nervous later today or tomorrow, but as long as the key levels hold, you have to go with what the charts do and show you. So let's take a look at what I mean by that. Well, you guys know I've preached to you guys the higher low method, right? So again, if you go back here, you have a low, higher low, higher low, higher low. And then notice how we've sold off recently, but we're still making a higher low. In fact, this low yesterday was a perfect gap fill right to this closing print on the 5th, I believe. No, the 4th of September. So the 4th of September right there, perfect low pivot from yesterday, which is what we bounced off of. Now, notice how today's price action, we opened and floated up a little bit, then we floated down on a pretty solid sell-off in oil, but the low was not taken out. So not only are you holding that higher low pivot from literally the last few weeks, but you also just on an intraday basis from yesterday, you've still made a higher low. So there's actually, believe it or not, on a technical basis, some short-term positives. Now listen, if tomorrow we open down and we take out that low pivot from a few weeks ago on the 4th, this low pivot right here, then everyone should be nervous, and rightly so. But the media spreading the nerves and also having a lot of other things here that are make people nervous, that is not helpful. That's emotion. And emotion will kill you. It'll make you lose all your money. So again, folks, notice how the market's now starting to react. Noticing the algorithms are reading that you have a higher low here. Plus, we didn't take out that low from the 4th of September. And markets, again, are back to the green side. So really nice little move here, folks, on the SPY, the tracking ETF for the S&P 500. Now, what you're going to look for over the next day to signal more upside is going to be a pivot takeout of this high. So again, notice the high from yesterday, which is the gap window, the high from the gap down, and then this we pierced it today but couldn't close above it. If we come up and take that out on a closing basis, meaning a candle closes above that, it's going to trigger a buying program or a buy program that's going to take you probably up towards the 200 moving average and the gap fill right here, which are at the approximate 167.50 level. Okay, so be aware of that, folks. I think that's very significant. And again, a beautiful little move there. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there. All right, so that just gives you a little outlook on what you're paying attention to in the coming days. Again, I think one of the significant things about today is that oil really sold off pretty sharply today. Let's take a look at that here. Take a look at that. Nice flush on oil. And again, notice how this big drop on oil did impact the spiders, the S&P 500, with this sell-off. But we're already bouncing back up, meaning that we're negating it or we're ignoring the move on oil. To me, that's significant because it tells us that there's other factors that are driving this market up, whether it's the light volume, whether it's the holiday, or whether it's actually technical factors, which I think it is. That's for your interpretation. But the point is that in the past, if we saw a sell-off like this on oil, the markets would have sold off and been continuing to sell off with oil, and that is not the case. So just an important little factor there to pay attention to, folks, on the SPY. Okay? Couple little other things here to note. I'm liking the Alibaba price action, folks. Early selling, but notice the reverse here. If Alibaba can close around the flat line today, you have a bottoming tail in play. Let's go to the daily chart of Alibaba here. And again, even though it's not a longer-term bottom tail, notice how we haven't taken out this low, so I'm still bullish on Alibaba. As long as we do not take out this low here, especially if you put in a little short-term bottoming tail today, you could be in a really nice situation for upside on BABA. In addition, notice the 3-bar surge. 1, 2, 3 down candles, and notice how we pierced the low here, but have now bounced back above it. So these are little bullish signs on Alibaba. I like it quite a bit. Okay, Apple today, take a look. Apple's actually performing well. Apple daily has a small bullish pattern. That is another positive for this market in the short term, and again, could spell a little bit of upside into the end of the week. And again, folks, with the holiday, the Yom Kippur holiday, usually the volume, again, is a little bit lighter, and then the markets favor the upside. The only caveat would be is if China really does a sharp sell-off overnight. Then you could see the markets kind of have some weakness to them. If that happens, you probably see oil weak as well, which would kind of impact the markets as well. Okay? All right, guys, that's my update on the SPY and what to expect. And again, markets right now are trading basically on the flat line after being up early and then reversing to the negative side, bouncing back up. We're above two of the moving averages. Start looking for a bullish consolidation pattern here. If that forms, you can go long into the end of the day today and get some nice money out of this market. All right, guys, come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com, and I will talk to you soon.